The shame was falling around short to Pain, but they can make up for it here against M80.
Oh, and they're looking to start us off with a bang. Straight into this B play. But ready to receive M80, fast flanking through lower. Swisher biding time at the back of the site. Goes looking, can't find a thing. Clean pickup for Fallen. It's going to come down to a retake to open up this pistol.
Oh, look at them go.
Furia look like they want to make moves. They get aggressive, playing out through the doors. Serato slips into the front lines and battles back against M80. Lake's still trapped over in tunnels as well, only just making a move now. He gets double swung. And so Furia pull up with a pistol round and a furious pace on that B hit.
Ooh, no survivors. Very cheeky post-part move to not only push two through the door, but have a window player as well, baiting for them. Say that, Rek has hit the timing of dreams, but doesn't know Yakinda was right round the corner. Pre-aims too far. 5 on 4. And flash into middle. M80 come running, and Furia somehow in trouble. This cat support means that Yuri can't really swing this easily, and the scout's missing the shots as well. Forced out by the Molotov. Hello, we gonna kill this guy or what? Oh my god, he's somehow alive. Until Yuri has better ideas. Finding the cat player. Lake's still here, but low health on him and Slacks.
There were a lot of ways this round could have got weird. A lot of ways it kind of did get weird, but Furia looking to have stabilized. And finally, on the third time of trying, Lake will be dealt with.
Took way too many bullets. Molodoi just warming up, we'll say. And Fury get out with 3 guns surviving, so it's not all bad here.
They'll get out, they'll get this control, and have that early staging platform to go for the A hit.
This is a big clear, but Lake's not going to get away with it. Yuri defends the tunnels, and M80 just have to win on this long cross. Rek dodges the flashes pretty well, and appears through the smoke with a kill. This round falls apart now for Furia. They've got away from Fallen, and he needs results. Orb found, picked up by Fallen. He goes hunting into the site. Lots of damage. Shin survives. 2 on 3 now. They can still bail back to that B bomb site, but they've got to be decisive. Bomb making it through spawn. Yuri getting stalled out here in the middle. But if he can keep attention from this player, he can keep a path for Molodoi to run into B. Faking steps up catwalk right now. M80 don't know where this one's going. Molodoi has a chance to win the round. Even one kill from Yuri could go a long way, but now it is all the young Kazakh in a 1v3.
All right, he's armed with the scout. 2 of these players are wounded. This scout hits like an AWP on those 2. Yuri dies so that Molodoi could get that bomb planted. An immediate tag, but Molodoi out for revenge. First shot lands, he goes back in for a little bit more. Oh my god! Molodoi, 1 left to find, and he can't quite get his bearings. It is one hell of a swing and a miss for Molodoi, so close in that 1v3.
Now Molodoi's got that upgrade. Messy spray, somehow Rek wins it. Kinder committed to long. There's an AK there somewhere. Yeah, but that's by design. M80 are more than happy with that. They'd love a cat cross. Slacks has the orb. Serato making it into spawn is essentially meant to be smoke on his own. He can cut off this rotate. Furia have the chance for a 3 on 2 inside of this B site.
Oh, Swisher actually makes a play early. Coming through the window, he's cut the bomb away from Furia. Lake just has to hold on as Yuri battles for the control out through tunnels. His teammate is in the back line, and Yuri will fall. Nothing accomplished here. Serato dead in the spawn. M80 with a convincing follow-up round. They get out with 5 players standing.
Nice, man.
Playing for a late long play. Cat control completely open for the taking. And no AWP here to stop it, so this could get very weird. Kim's trying to drop it with the AK. That's the gun gone. No man's land. Welcomes a body. Lake has that cross as well with the second AWP. They are going to make it in. Ooh, that was... Oh, Fallen. Oh, there's Molly. A bit deep. Fallen gets a bomb plant.
I wonder if someone blocked that.
Yeah, it looked weird.
He threw it into a lot of bodies. And I think it ended up making it miss and allow this plant to come through. Whoa, they're going to drop down on a Sin, fighting for the spawn. Left to Molodoy in this clutch. And so cleaned up by M80, sure, but for Furia, getting out with a bomb plant is a win in and of its own right.
Yeah, they're fine with that, right? They're pretty happy, ultimately. Lake even drops the second AWP for an AK.
You do so dominantly, so much so that they just felt locked out of the round and had to save with 3 players. Furia likely don't run that back now for a good chunk of time on this T side.
All right.
So you've taken the pace out of their play in the locked doors. That's a lot of damage done to Yuri and Yakindar.
I don't know how a kill doesn't come through there.
But they both get out with openings. Slacks is AWP now on a long sight line. Spam coming through, but he doesn't take his eyes off the prize. He waits for that Molodoy AWP.
Or where that came from, he's got a rifle by his side. The break is great. It catches Yakinda trying to get to the back of the pit, and Slacks is not stopping. 3 kills on this AWP before the spam connect, and Swisher could be anywhere. In fact, he's right behind.
Swisher can hear this running around. He knows that Yuri's not ready for this. Low health. And so 1 bullet's all that needed, even if it takes a couple.
So there goes for the cap pick and assists along. Fast out on this position as well. Sin needs some support. He's running away, and they come through the smoke. Rex there. You can drop Cat in the meantime. They hear this. Can they just bound into spawn? They're really trying to force this fight on shore as Yakinda gets over the top. He's allowed to plant. Oh dear, this could get weird.
Yeah, awkward spot for M80. Kind of a misread on just how much pace was behind this round for Furia. They get caught trying to scale back up on a short after conceding long. That's a standard move on this CT side of Dust, but it gives away important kills, gives up important real estate. And Slacks is even getting pressured now. Is AWP having a fall back? His teammate now dead. And Slacks is so wounded, so hurting from these earlier battles trying to take short back that he can't win this and is forced to save the AWP. That's a wild time for Furia to break through. This is just pistols and a very pacey round. That's how they get back on the board.
Yeah, Yakinda 3 kills, and his position is so important, just getting all that space up short side. I think if M80 make the call, just let it happen and rotate CT.
Feels like M80 have had a little too much map control in these last few rounds, and with the pacey pistol round working, has that inspired Furia and given them some answers to this M80 problem. They're in a very powerful position right now, going to start getting players across. There's a couple of nades to thin the herd. Yakindar still in this fight. Damage done downrange onto the AWP.
Ooh, volley.
I'm crossing in as well. Okay, Serato just finding kills through these smokes in at CT. It's a little awkward here for Furia. They have to fight for short. Yakindar's death there feels silly, but they don't have smokes. They don't have any way of locking off these sight lines, and so to get that bomb planted, they felt like they needed aggression. Only Slacks left, 1v2. And once more, relegated to a save on this AWP.
Insanely chaotic round. Just look at the X's on the minimap. Everyone dying in the same area. And Furia, thank goodness they have Serato, who's a turret in this round, just sits on that ramp and finds 3 kills on players pushing in. Players through smokes. 40 seconds as M80 continue to block, funneling Furia exactly where they want into this B site. Ooh.
Lake with the spot. They know now that mid's been lost and that Furia are coming in. And Swish is going to open. Molodoy and Yuri in the kill feed next. And that car player only able to get out with 1. The triple setup gets dismantled. And Furia come out laughing. They get to ease into a 3-on-2 post plant, and with how split up M80 are, this might just have to be another save. Slacks in these last few rounds has been feeling the burn of this AWP, often left to the extremities, often left saving. Boost in mid is holding for a push out through these doors. There's Slacks trying to be involved right off the top of this round. Feeling frustrated at how the last three have played out. He's hoping the AWP will get to leave an impression. But the short take comes in for Furia, and they use the util to get past this AWP. The few chances that Slacks had come up short.
Explosive round for Furia. What a time to call that.
I mean, that's been their way back into this game after the 5-round streak of M80. It was in the pace that Furia get their best results. Slacks playing through, domed immediately. And so after a 5-round hiatus, Furia look to pick up 4 in a row to win out this first half, and Molodoy will be the one to send us there. That's a convincing turnaround from Furia. It's in the speed that they find their salvation.
Ideas and calls, some very pacey rounds led by Yakinda force Furia in the lead. And look at him go, he's not going to stop, is he? Top middle as his team crunch the tunnels. Yakinda finds the opening kill. They clear out B as well. And that's the bomb trapped. Can Yakinda call for support in time? Can they stop Swisher making it out? He'll just about get into A. Fallen, does he want to go alone? Nowhere here, no one here to support him. Yakinda's on this big flank, M80 creeping in.
Oh my God, that wasn't even who he was aiming for.
He shot the wrong guy.
Get down, Mr. President. Lake's still in this. Ooh, he's boxed in and just going to get out with one. Knife was pulled for Queserato and all. He wanted to really drive that one home.
Yeah. Just the input of him as a very vocal player, a very decisive player, you see as well in this team. Fallen gets that spot on long, but he's got to watch out. These pistols come running and gunning up the long side. M80's fours. Oh, they could have got through that, Molly. Could have got round on the left side. Instead, it's Furia getting to block this play, and M80 getting strangled out in the long side.
Slacks up through short, though, still isn't known about yet. Yeah. And there's the backstab. He's going to get past Yakinda off for free.
Okay, it's quick, though, for Furia. It's a quick response. Back up Cat to try and retake together.
Molodoy just peeled off the angle right as he would have been given a peek, and instead now they've been re-smoked over on short. Alarm bells going on for Furia. They've got to break through over here at long. With that kill not being found, this is a done deal. Furia can't really justify going for this 2v4. They're locked out by the util. And so M80 give Furia a taste of their own medicine with an up-tempo Tech 9 round rushing down. Furia A-hold.
What's so funny about that is that's the inverse round to the one that Furia won, where they go one guy out long, creates a big distraction, then the pack comes streaming out short.
Looks like Furia getting ready for a bit of an aggressive move over towards the catwalk. They've grouped up strong here. 3 players ready to play off of each other, off of Molodoy's contact.
Shot.
He gets the connection. Molodoy's scout had some important moments in this round. There's that follow-up short aggro after Molodoy finds the opener. They've dealt with the entire second part of this split, and now it's just a 3-man long take. Flash through on Queserato. Him and Fallen both get knocked down a peg.
Hilariously, the first flash full blinded, the second did nothing. They went on that first one. That would have just been a slaughter. Molodoy needs more than one.
Gotta deliver. Trapped out behind this smoke, vulnerable to the spam. And can't do a thing about that bomb plant. An important opener for Yuri, though. That's taken the attention off of Molodoy's scout. Out on the short side, he's been able to close the gap. Hoping this player in the site gives him a fight, gives him a peek. Connection found. Molodoy on the swing, getting whittled down each time he takes these fights. So just going to try and do it on the dualies. They won't let him.
Farming these low economy rounds for Fury in the last couple, but this is going to be the true test. AWP out for Molodoy. And rifles on the rest.
Here's the use of that early conditioning, right? They've done all these long takes to open up this T-half. Now they try and come in with a fast B here, and they get dismantled. Yuri and Queserato, the OG Furia duo, able to withstand that B play. It goes nowhere quickly for M80.
What a sequence there from Yuri as well. Just popped through the smoke out of nowhere. He gets both kills and the cover is enough. And you can't really call the save at this point. You're fighting for survival. Yakinda's here to stop that. He just heard the drop in. Looking for the backstab. Oh, Slacks will survive for now, but still a minute on the clock.
Yeah, you feel like you kind of just want to try and inflict some damage here, right? Like roam the extremities, see if you can pick a couple more Furia players off. Played a little weaker over towards that B site because of the early conditioning from M80. They still are able to stop it, and they stop it convincingly, getting up with 4 players staying alive, only losing Yakinda. It's a money-making round for Furia.
Just to cut down the time.
It's a really good read from Fallen over the pacing on a round like this. He knows that M80 are approaching the end of their money, the end of these buys, and so he's held onto his smoke till like the 40-second mark. And that's in a game where it's been a lot of these fast rounds, but Fallen has read them like a book.
That's the round. This is just a formality. Sin and Lake trying to live on, might even be killed after the clock. And Sin realizes that's exactly what's happening. There they go. Kill after time, from bad to worse to inner hearse. Fallen, masterclass on long.
Molodoy,
Crazy play.
going for an aggressive start to this round. Plays into lower with this AWP. Players all around him though, and Yakinda's not able to get there to help out in time. So Molodoy will get sacrificed for this 4v3.
If Yakinda swings earlier, I think Molodoy's going to clear that lower player, and this game's over. So a tight margin keeps M80 in this. Volleyed out along, Fallen smokes it. He's just trying to survive on this one. 2 on 4, they need this kill. They can't let Fallen keep getting away with the long control. He just gets out like it's nothing. And Rec must give respect. 5 and 14, never got activated. Slacks is all too late to perform in a 2-on-3. M80 just trying to stay in this map.
Path back in though is known about, and Furia have 2 players here waiting to receive. Rec with just 5 kills in this game has to go above and beyond. Fallen moves in and does what he does best, put this rifle to work. He's been nailing them over on the long side. He'll be the one to close it out in defensive A. Furia in a back and forth pacey game, able to long it out over M80, and they'll take them down cleanly in that second half.